Hello, 21st Century Warriors. Thank you so much for taking your time to learn with me today. The purpose of this lesson is twofold. One is to discuss the reasons why 3D design and printing enhances the learning for your students, and the other is to spark ideas for how you can integrate this technology into your instructional plan. No time to waste, let's get started. Here are your learning objectives. By the end of the flip portion of our lesson, you will be able to discuss why 3D printing can enhance learning for your students and also brainstorm creative ways to integrate 3D printing into your lesson plans. This video will focus on why 3D printing can enhance learning, and the second part of the lesson will be to explore some of the resources on integrating 3D design and printing into your classroom, and it's available on BlendSpace. When the video is complete, please continue your learning by exploring the resources available. Please note, you have a 3-2-1 Google Forms reflection activity available as a link through BlendSpace as well as attached to the email with this video. As you watch and review the sources, please make note of at least 3 new things you learn, 2 ahas you have, and at least 1 question you have about any of the content in today's lesson. Please submit the Google form prior to the in-person session. So you may be asking, what specific ways can 3D design and printing enhance learning in my classroom? I'm going to give you 5. First, 3D design and printing can inspire students to be inventors and manufacturers. Bree Pettis, a former teacher and the current CEO of MakerBot, said, "We need to encourage our teachers and our youth to think differently about manufacturing and innovation. When you have a MakerBot desktop 3D printer, you see the world differently. Instead of waiting for someone to create a product for you, you can create your own. It can change the whole paradigm of how our children will see innovation and manufacturing in America." Now, of course, he is trying to sell a product, but the idea behind the statement is true. With a 3D printer, what students create can come to life. How cool is that? And guess what? We have one in the library with tons of filament and too much dust. The second reason to integrate 3D design and printing is that it can totally wow students. Most of our students have never used a 3D printer. This is something that is new and exciting to them. We have students in our school who will come down periodically while something is printing just to watch the progress. They are completely transfixed. I encourage you to build on that in your classroom. Now for the third and perhaps most important reason, 3D design and printing can engage students in authentic and relevant learning experiences. What if students could learn slope-intercept form by creating doorstops for the classrooms? What about students in English designing 3D models of different characters, or in science having students create life cycles for different species? The possibilities are endless, and with 3D design and printing, you can not only make the content come alive for your students, but also exemplify to them a greater purpose behind what you are teaching. Do you want your students working collaboratively to achieve a common goal? Guess what? Grouping students to design and build a 3D model is a great way of encouraging meaningful collaboration between different students to construct an actual product. With so much going into a design, print, and presentation of a model, students can build on each other's strengths and weaknesses, and everyone can be involved. Lastly, 3D design and printing help students to develop critical thinking skills and solve real-world problems. One college student, Amos Dudley, did not like his teeth, but he didn't want to spend money on braces, so he printed his own using a 3D printer. Students at Scituate High School in Rhode Island built a prosthetic arm for 9-year-old Ollie Mancini, and now he will be able to shake hands, pick things up, and play like a normal child. These are just a couple examples, but just think of what our students could create. So to recap, 3D design and printing can enhance the learning in your classroom in the following 5 ways. It can inspire our students to be inventors and manufacturers. It can totally wow students. It can engage students in authentic and relevant learning experiences. It can encourage meaningful collaboration. and it can engross students in critical thinking and problem solving opportunities. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn about the ways in which 3D design and printing can enhance and transform the learning in your class. After completion of this video, please navigate yourself to our digitally curated collection of resources on 3D design and printing in the classroom. When you have finished reviewing at least 3 to 4 resources, please complete the 3-2-1 activity available in BlendSpace. This needs to be completed prior to our in-person session. Lastly, after reviewing the content, please spend some time brainstorming creative ways you can integrate this technology in your current lesson plans. Please be prepared to design a learning experience for your students that integrates 3D design and printing into your instructional plan. Have an absolutely wonderful day, and I look forward to our in-person session.